Welcome back to Ray's Arithmetic, and today we're going to do another subtraction lesson, lesson 29. And let's take a look real quickly at this Roman numeral here, 29. Because I think I see a little subtraction problem built in there along with the addition. You know how usually we've been noticing, okay, well we know the x stands for 10, and then another x stands for another 10. Well, I'm not going to get too technical on this, but the I before the x there means we're actually going to subtract the 1 from the 10. So we're going to subtract, we're going to say 10, and we're going to take away 1 on that. That makes 9. So if you add them up, 10 and 9 is 29. And that's what we're going to do today is lesson 29, subtraction with the number 5. So you're going to see the number 5 in all of these problems. So here we go. Let's do some warm-up subtraction. First one is 5 from 5 leaves 0. And that's going to look like this. We've got 5, and we're going to take away 5. So 5 from 5 leaves, how much did we say? 0. Nada. The next one is 1 from 6 leaves 5. So that means we start with 6, we take away 1, and we're left with how many? 1 from 6 leaves 5. All right. How about 5 from 6? If we take away 5 from 6, which means this time from our original 6 we take 5 away. So 5 from 6 leaves us how many? Leaves us with 1. A leaning 1. Let's make our 1 a little more straight. Okay. Next one is going to be 2 from 7 leaves 5. So we start out with 7, we take away 2, and we are left with how many? We're left with 5. How about if we start with that same 7, but this time we take away 5? How many are we left with? 5 from 7 leaves 2. All right, how about 3 from 8? 3 from 8, whoops, I'm doing that in the wrong order. We're going to take 3 away from 8, so 8, we're going to take away 3, so 3 from 8 leaves 5. Let's see if we can squeeze the complementary problem to this one. Let's see, we start out with 8, and we take away 5, and that leaves us how many? 5 from 8 leaves 3. Okay. How about 4 from 9 leaves 5? We'll do that one up here. 9, start out with 9, we take away 4, that leaves us with how many? 4 from 9 leaves 5. How about we have 9 and we take away 5? 9 and we take away 5, that leaves us 4. All right. How about 5 from 10? We start out with 10 this time. 10 and we take away 5. Let me do my 5 again. 10 and we take away 5. That leaves us with 5, doesn't it? All right. How about 6 from 11? 6 from 11. So we have 11. We take away 6. That leaves us with 5 as well. How about this though? 11. And we take away 5. Now we're left with what? 5 from 11 leaves 6. Let's go and do 7 from 12, that leaves 5. Alright, so we start out with 12, we take away 7, and that leaves us with how many? 5, of course. How about 12, and we take away 5? That leaves, 5 from 12 leaves 7. Alright, a couple more of these. How about 8 from 13? 8 from 13, so we start with 13, we take away 8, what does that leave us? 8 from 13 leaves 5, and if we take that same 13 and we take away 5, we're left with how many? 5 from 13 leaves what? 8, you knew that. Alright, let's do 9 from 14. We got 14, we take away 9, how many does that leave us? Take a wild guess. I'd say it's 5. Yep, it's 5. 9 from 14 leaves 5. How about From that same 14, we take away 5. 5 from 14 leaves, what do you think? You're right if you said 9. 9, okay, that's the answer. All right, let's do a few word problems, shall we? Let's go and catch up with Francis, who has some oranges. I guess he got hungry and wanted some oranges, so he went out and picked a few off of his tree, came inside with him. He had 6 that he picked, but he thought, you know, I'm not going to eat all these. I'm going to give some of these away. So he gives away 5. How many does he have left? Well, let's put that up on the board. Francis, he has 6 oranges to start with, because that's what he picked, but he decides not to keep them all, so he gives away 5 of them. How many does he have left? He just has, what, 1? Because 5 from 6 leaves 1 orange. All right. Let's go out to the field where there are some crows. You know what crows are? They're these black birds. They tend to give farmers a lot of grief because they get in the crops and they can eat things like corn and whatever the farmers are trying to grow. So that's why they put scarecrows out there to try to scare them off. Well, there are 7 crows in this field, and 2 of them fly away because I guess they saw a scarecrow. How many crows are left? Well, we've got 7 crows to start with. 2 of them say, uh-oh, there's a scarecrow, let's get out of here. Because it could be somebody real who's going to kill us. 2 of them fly away, so that leaves us with what? 7. Take away 2, leaves us with 5 crows that didn't see the scarecrow, so they're still out in the field. Now from the field we go out to sea, out to the ocean where there are some ships. In fact, we have 8 ships, but they get caught in a big storm. Terrible storm. In fact, the storm is so bad, 5 ships are lost. Wow, that's pretty sad. How many ships remain? Well, we had 8 ships to start with, and then because of that nasty, terrible storm, 5 of them get lost, never come back. But at least, how many do come back? Well, 5 from 8 leaves how many ships? 3 ships at least made it back safely after the storm. Okay. Well, how about we go to something a little bit safer and drier, like Lucy with some ribbon. She's got 9 yards of ribbon, and she gives 5 of them to somebody. I guess she has a friend who's making a doll who needed some ribbon. So kindly Lucy gives her friend 5 yards of ribbon. So how many yards does Lucy have left? Well, let's take a look. She's got 9 yards of ribbon to start with, right? And then she gives away 5 yards. So how many yards does she have left? 5 from 9 leaves 4 yards. I think that's enough to make something for a doll, don't you? I don't know. I don't make ribbons and dolls. But in any case, she has 4 left. How about Daniel? He's over there playing marbles. He's got 10 marbles, and he gives 5 to his friend John. How many marbles does he have left? Well, he's got 10 marbles to start with, and he gives away 5. He gives 5 to his friend John. How many marbles does Daniel have left? Well, 5 from 10 leave 5 marbles. So they have the same number each, huh? So they shouldn't be arguing over who has more marbles then. How about let's do the next one on our next board. This is me. I'm a little kid in this one. I go to my dad and I say, actually, I think he just decides to give me some money. He gives me 6 cents. Just because I did my chores like I was supposed to. He gives me 6 cents. And then Mom, she gives me some money too. In fact, between what she gives me and what Dad gives me, I have 11 cents altogether. So how much did Mom give me? Well, let's see. Dad gave me 6 cents, and then Mom gives me enough to make 11 cents. How much does she give me? Did she give me? Well, I think I need to put the 11 first. I end up with 11 cents. 6 of that is what Dad gave me. How much did Mom give me? Well, the amount that Mom gave me is the difference between the two. So if we take 6 from 11, that leaves how many? 5. So Mom gave me 5 cents. And that's how they add up to 11. All right. I think I'm going to go buy me some marbles. Well, let's see. Oh, but I better not. Can't really buy anything because here I've got some debt that I owe in this next problem. I owe 12 cents, but I only have 5. How many more cents do I need to get in order to pay that debt? So I owe 12 cents, and I have only 5. So how much more do I need before I can pay that debt in full? So I'm short. I've got 5 cents, but I owe 12. So 5 from 12 leaves how many? 5 from 12 leaves 7. So I need to come up with 7 cents to pay off that full debt of 12. All right. Well, things go from bad to worse. On the next problem, I owe dollars instead of cents. So my debt really went up. Here I owe $13, and I pay all but $5. How much did I pay? Wow. Let's see. I owe $13, and I paid all but 5. So how much did I pay? Well, if I paid all but 5, that means I paid, well, the difference. Here, let me make my 5 over again. It's the difference between these two, isn't it? 5 from 13 will give me the answer. 5 from 13 is how much? I think that's 8, isn't it? Yeah. So that means I paid $8 of my $13 debt. All right. Well, let's go to the last one here. We have Mary, who has some nuts. In fact, she has 14 nuts. And they must be in the shells because she has to crack them, and then she eats them. She eats a bunch of them. In fact, she has she has 9 of the nuts. How many nuts does she have left? Well, she starts out with 14, still in the shell. So she cracks and eats 9. How many does she have left that she can eat later on? Well, 9 from 14 leaves, of course it does, it leaves 5 nuts for later on. All right, well, that's all for the word problems on Lesson 29. We'll do some more subtraction in Lesson 30. And so you just keep on practicing your subtraction and get really good at it. You can visit our website to get more information about Ray's Arithmetic and homeschool solutions and ideas. Be sure and check out other videos on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. And in any case, we'll see you next lesson. Bye-bye.